Hi everybody, I'm Carla Gardner. I am a health and fitness instructor, and we're doing exercises for everybody. You can either use a chair or you can stand. All you need is a towel or an exercise mat, 2 soup cans, or 2 water bottles. Let's get started. Hello everybody. We're here to do a nice, easy chair or mat stretch, sequential stretch or yoga class. So we're gonna settle in to our chair or a mat. If you're on your mat, you're gonna be standing with your feet hip width apart, legs engaged, shoulders down and back, chest lifted. If we're in our chair, shoulders down and back, chest lifted, palms up on our lap, and we're just gonna settle in and breathe into our belly. So breathe all the way in, feel your belly expand with the inhale and contract with the exhale. You can even put one hand on your belly so you can feel that. Inhale out. Exhale, belly comes in. One more nice big breath here. So try to maintain this breathing throughout the practice. For nice deep breathing, and we'll inhale, arms up over our head. Exhale, we're gonna look down as our arms come down. Inhale, look up. Exhale, down. One more, inhale up. Exhale down. If you're standing, it's the same thing. And this time we're gonna go ahead and inhale our shoulders all the way into our ears. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Exhale, a big release, let them go. If we're standing, it's just gonna be here. Inhale. Squeeze your shoulders really, really tight. Contract those muscles. And then a big relax, let it all go. One more, just like that. Inhale. Exhale, release your shoulders down. Very good. Now we're gonna stretch our neck. Bring your ear to your shoulder and reach your opposite fingertips in the opposite direction right here. Kind of tilt your chin up and look up a little bit. Should be a good stretch right in the side of the neck. Keep breathing. And bring your arm back down. Let's do the other side. Inhale. Exhale, bring your ear to your shoulder, reaching your fingertips to the other side. You're doing the exact same thing if you're standing. Breathe into your belly. Exhale, back to center. And just rotate our chin over our shoulder as far as you can. Sitting up big and tall. And rotate to the other side. One more time on each side. Keeping shoulders down, chest lifted, belly button in a little bit. Over. And center. Let's inhale, both arms up. Roll your palms to the sky. Clasp your fingers. And exhale to one side. Looking up under your arm. And then we'll inhale to center. And if you're standing, it's the same. Exhale all the way over, keeping our abs engaged. If you're standing, your legs are engaged. Inhale up. Exhale to the other side. Drop your shoulders out of your ears. Look under your arm. Inhale to the center. It's the same thing if we're sitting. Exhale to the side. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, arms down. Go ahead and roll your shoulders back. Place your hands, if you're standing, you're gonna place your hands on your hips. If you're sitting, you're gonna place your hands right on your thighs. Or if you're sitting on the mat, you're gonna be in a cross-legged seated position, right? Sitting on the floor. But we're gonna rotate our torso all the way around. Sitting up big and tall, keeping our chest lifted. Just warming up the low back. Keep it going. It's like you're a washing machine, right? And then let's reverse our circles all the way around. There we go. One more big circle around. And beautiful. We're gonna stretch out our legs now. We're gonna do head to knee pose. You can do this in your chair by sending one foot out in front of you. The other foot is directly underneath you. Make sure your ankle is lined up under your knee and you can see your toes. We'll inhale, roll our shoulders back, flex your foot, soft bend in the knee, exhale, lean forward, leading with your chest, so we're folding at the hips. So no slouching, you can't round forward. You've got to roll your shoulders back, engage your back muscles, and stretch the back of the leg. If you're on the ground, I'm going to show you what that looks like right now. So it's just going to be right here. Kind of the same exact stretch. Just a little deeper because you're on your mat. And then we'll tuck our chin and roll all the way up, rolling our shoulders back. Of course, we're going to have to do the other side. Inhale up, exhale, fold forward. If you're in your chair, it's the same thing. You've got one leg bent and one leg straight. Keep those toes to the sky. And we'll inhale, roll yourself all the way up. From there, we're going to place our hands with the fingertips facing the hips, and even in your chair, it's the same thing. Roll your shoulders back, press yourself up out of the mat or the chair, squeeze your shoulder blades and really lift your chest. And then we're going to exhale, soft bend in the knees, and send it all the way forward. If you're in your chair, it's going to look like this. So hold that pose for a few breaths, and I'm going to go from up here. So legs are out in front of us. We'll inhale, arms up. Exhale all the way down, and then relax your head and neck down. You're going to breathe into your belly. On your next inhale, we'll tuck our chin, pull your belly button in, and roll yourself all the way up. Again, place your fingers behind your hips, fingertips facing your hips. Roll your shoulders back, lift your chest, press out of your mat or your chair. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Keep breathing into your belly. And then we'll exhale, release everything down. Roll your shoulders back. We're going to inhale, arms up. And we'll exhale, sending one hand right behind the shoulder. You can do this either sitting on the floor or in your chair. I'm going to stretch the back of the arms. You get pretty tight back there. If your elbow doesn't go all the way to the sky, just take your hand from the front and try to push that up to get the best stretch that you can, because something is always better than nothing. And eventually, your elbow is going to make it all the way up like this. We'll exhale, arms down, inhale up. Exhale, the other hand right behind the shoulder blade here, whether you're sitting on the floor or the chair. And pull from behind if the elbow's all the way to the sky. But if it's here, press from the front and get the best stretch you can right back here, and it will also stretch your side lat here. And I'm going to tell you why this is so important. When these muscles get weak and short and tight, it pulls our body this. So when I ask you to roll your shoulder blades back and lift your chest, you're squeezing the muscles between your shoulder blades, and that's going to help you with your posture. Super, super important. Next, we're going to go ahead and do our figure 4 stretch, which I'll show you in the chair and the mat. So if you're in the chair, we're going to cross the right foot over the left thigh, keeping that foot active and flexed, and keeping the other foot right underneath your ankles, under your knee. If you look down, you can see your toes. We're going to inhale, lift the chest, shoulder blades are always down in our back pockets. Press the knee away from you and fold forward at the hip. So that's different than folding at the waist. Most of us are kind of used to this position here, and this is crunching at the waist. Roll your shoulders back and really squeeze your shoulders behind your back. If you're on the ground, I'm going to show you what this looks like on the other side. If you're in your chair, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. For the mat version is here. So this time we're gonna press that knee away from us, and then we'll release that knee and clasp your hands behind your thigh as you draw your knees toward your chest, but this time we're gonna keep both feet active as if they're pressing into a wall. And you're gonna take your elbow and press that on your knee so it goes out. It's a big, big stretch in the hips. Tuck your chin for a straight spine. And then we will release both feet all the way down. So I'm gonna come back to my chair, but we're gonna, if you're on the mat and you're gonna do this, we're gonna sit up big and tall, and we're gonna do a spinal twist. There's a couple ways to do this. You can bring your foot on the inside of your thigh, like this, or you can bring that foot all the way over to the other side. If we're sitting in a chair, we're just gonna keep our feet below us. So we're gonna inhale, sit up big and tall. Exhale, pull your knee in a little bit and look over your shoulder, but really roll that shoulder back and lift your chest. And draw your belly in, breathe into your belly. And you're gonna take a couple nice full long breaths here. And while you're doing that, I'm gonna show the chair people how to do this for the other side. So we'll exhale, release, come to center, and then we're gonna do this exactly on this other side. So if you're on the floor, switch legs, right? If you're not on the floor, we're just gonna go right here. We're gonna inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, twist to grab the back of the chair. As you exhale, turn and look over your shoulder, but sit up big and tall and breathe into your belly. This is spinal twist on the other side. And then we will exhale, come all the way back to center, roll your shoulders back. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, cactus arms, lift your chest. This is really important to strengthen those muscles behind your back because they're the muscles that hold us up. Inhale. Exhale, lift your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades behind you, and exhale, arms down by your side. Roll your shoulders back. Go ahead and come off to the side of our chair. So we're gonna bring the corner of our chair between our thighs here and turn sideways. Actually the corner, yeah. So we're gonna turn sideways. Back leg is straight and the heel is pressing through the floor and your leg is angled so it's kind of still in alignment here, facing all the same direction. So make sure if this leg is bent, you're gonna have your ankle right under your knee where you can still see your toes. You don't want your knee out from your toes because one, you can fall. Two, it's bad for the joint of the knee. You always want that ankle right under the knee. So we're gonna inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, sink into that back hip, big, big stretch. And with the exhale, we're gonna bring our arms reaching out to the side, just like this. And for the other side, I'm gonna show you standing people what this looks like. So reach those fingers to the opposite side of the room, drop your shoulders down, keep your hips tucked under, belly button in, and even pressure between front and back legs. And we're just gonna gaze over these front fingertips. We'll exhale, come back down to center. We're gonna do the other side. So if we're on the other side, same thing if you're in the chair, right? We're just gonna face everything, same direction. Straight back leg, bent front knee. So on the mat, it's gonna look like this. You're gonna take a giant step back, lunge into that front knee. Make sure you can see your toes. And inhale, arms up as you send your hips forward to get a big stretch right in the front of that back leg, right here in the front hip flexor. Those hip flexors get very tight when we sit a lot. And then we're gonna exhale, pivot on the back leg. So the side of your foot is the same direction as the back edge of your mat. Keep lunging to that front leg. Tuck your hips under, drop your shoulders, and reach to the outer edges of the room, keeping everything engaged. As we exhale, we're gonna come to the top of the mat, shake it out. If you're in your chair, we're still gonna shake it out. Good job. Let's go ahead and work on our wrists, and we're gonna roll one wrist right over the other, just like this. It's a little tricky. We're gonna reverse this roll right here. And if you're standing, obviously it's the same thing. We'll stretch our hands by spreading all our fingers and then stretching one hand at a time. Keep breathing. Sitting up big and tall out of your chair. Inhale to neutral and then stretch the other hand. Awesome. All right, let's work on stretching out the wrist. Bottom of the fingers down, or bottom of the wrist up, fingertips down. Pressing all 4 fingers at the same time. We're gonna flip that over. Again, pressing all 4 fingers at the same time, but reaching the back of the wrist forward. Keeping shoulders out of our ears. Switching sides. Fingertips down, shoulder down. Keep breathing. Flip that over. Stretch out that wrist. There we go. And let's shake it out. Beautiful. We're gonna do some cat-cow. This is gonna warm up the spine. If you're seated, we're just gonna grab the edge of your knees and we're gonna inhale, roll the shoulders back and lift the chest. Squeeze your shoulders in your back pocket. As you exhale, we're gonna tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone, and reach your back towards the back of the chair. And then inhale, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest, squeeze your shoulders down in your back pockets. And then we're gonna do a couple more just like this, but I'm gonna show you what this looks like on the floor. So you're gonna come down to tabletop position, press really strong out of all 10 fingers. Make sure the wrists are directly underneath your shoulders so all your joints are stacked and you press really strong. Otherwise you're gonna sink down into those joints and they don't like that. That's too much pressure on those. So use your strength and your energy to press out of the mat. Inhale, drop your belly, pull your shoulder blades down. Exhale, tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone, press strong out of the mat. Pull your belly button in with all your ab muscles. Inhale, drop your belly, pull shoulders in your back pocket. And then we'll come right back to neutral. So I'm gonna get back in my chair. All right, so from here, if you're in tabletop position, so I should probably get you out of that, go ahead and swing your feet underneath you and bring both feet right out in front so that you're in a seated position on the ground. And if we're in our chair, we just finished cat-cow here and we're already ready to go. Let's bring our feet out in front of us for a nice forward fold. Keep a soft bend in the knee, same thing if you're on the floor, and we're gonna bend at the hip. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Relax the head and neck down and breathe into your belly. As we come up, draw your belly button in, tuck your chin, and just roll up one vertebrae at a time, nice and slow and controlled, all the way to the top. Roll your shoulder blades back. We're gonna sit up big and tall. If you're on the ground, go ahead and lay all the way down for our final resting pose. So we're gonna let everything go in Shavasana. If you're in the chair, you're just gonna sit in the chair, palms up, shoulders down and relaxed, eyes closed, breathing into your belly. Scan your body for any areas of tension. If you're on the floor, you're just gonna be really relaxed and everything's gonna feel nice and heavy. You're gonna let your feet fall out to the sides, shoulders are tucked under, chin is tucked for a long neck, and just let everything sink into the mat. Stay here for a few breaths. Scan the body, look for any areas of tension, and just let it go. If we're on the ground, we're gonna begin, and the chair, wiggle your fingers and your toes, keeping your eyes closed, gently rock your head side to side. And then our next inhale, we're inhale, arms up and over our head. And exhale, both knees into your chest. And if you're in the chair, Well, let's go ahead and roll to one side. I'll show you the chair next. You're gonna land with your arm right under your head like a pillow. And then you're gonna slowly push yourself up to a nice comfortable seat. And if you're in the chair, we are in our nice resting pose here. We'll inhale, arms all the way up. And then we're gonna all exhale, hands to heart center. Namaste. Okay, everybody, that concludes our stretch class. I hope you really enjoyed yourselves. Remember, you don't have to do everything just the way I did it. You just need to find what feels good. And together, we're gonna get through this, and we're gonna be less stiff and have more energy. Great job, everybody. Remember to drink plenty of water for your workouts. And for more information on our services, please contact me at the information below. And for personalized one-on-one training, look at my website at www.infinitewellnesslifestyles.com.
May know age well for delivering life-saving Meals on Wheels to homebound seniors. But did you know they keep seniors active and engaged at 10 modern centers? Serve nutritious congregate meals amid friendly surroundings. Transport seniors safely to and from appointments, and provide much-needed equipment and other essential services. Now, this vital nonprofit organization needs your support to sustain its mission. This is Age Well Senior Services. Won't you make it yours?
Are you or someone you know facing financial challenges from unexpected emergency expenses? The foundation of Laguna Woods Village can provide the temporary help you need. Meals on Wheels, adult day services, dental services, medical alert services, and ambulance contracts. Contact the Village Social Services at 949-597-4267 to see if you qualify. Neighbors helping neighbors. The mission of the foundation of Laguna Woods Village.
A backed-up toilet can wreak havoc in our homes. And with our older sewer lines, a clogged pipe can become a nightmare for our neighbors as well. That's why we have to be careful about what we flush down the village toilets. One of the biggest sources of blockages is personal hygiene wipes. Even if they're labeled flushable, always toss disposable wipes in the trash, because these products do not break down like toilet paper. Please, don't throw them in the toilet.
Hearing aids require a lot of attention. Don't underestimate the problems earwax can cause. Come in and see inside your own ear canals to find out how much blockage you have. Debris like earwax can cause up to 45% reduction in amplification. Your hearing aids may be able to be significantly improved to help you hear conversations clearly with a simple office visit. Every day, patients say, "Oh my gosh, that sounds so much better." Stop in or call us today for a complimentary cleaning and ear inspection. Tell them Stuart sent you.
Under the RadNet umbrella, prostate imaging is one of our most important men's health initiatives. We have an exclusive team of prostate-dedicated radiologists that read thousands of images from all around the globe. These radiologists are utilizing advanced technologies such as prostate MRI, which offers some of the most detailed visual representations of the prostate gland. Talk to your doctor, begin screening, and take charge of your health.